The Great Wall of China. Imagine standing on top of a huge wall. The wall stretches across mountains. It goes up and down. It disappears into the distance. For thousands of years, this wall has watched over the land of China. It has seen wars. It has seen peaceful times. It has seen the rise and fall of powerful rulers. This is the Great Wall of China. It is one of the most famous structures in human history. But why was it built? Who built it? And what was life like for the people who lived near it? Today, we are going back in time to discover the amazing story of the Great Wall of China. When we think about the Great Wall, we often imagine one long wall, but the truth is different. The Great Wall is not just one wall. It is a huge system of walls, towers, gates, and defensive structures. Different rulers built different parts of it. Construction continued for many hundreds of years. Some of the earliest walls were built more than 2000 years ago. At that time, China was not one united country. Different kingdoms controlled different areas. These kingdoms often fought with each other. They needed protection, so they began building walls around their lands. These early walls were made from materials that were available nearby. In some places, builders used earth. In other places, they used stones and wood. Over time, these walls became part of a much larger system of defense. Around the year 221 BC, something very important happened. A powerful ruler named Qin Shi Huang united many of the Chinese kingdoms. He became the first emperor of a united China. The emperor wanted to protect his new empire. To the north, there were groups of people who often attacked Chinese lands. So the emperor ordered workers to connect and improve some of the older walls. This became one of the first major steps toward what we now call the Great Wall. But building the wall was not easy. Thousands of workers were needed. Soldiers worked there. Farmers worked there. Prisoners were also forced to work on some construction projects. The work was extremely hard. People carried heavy materials. They worked in difficult weather. Many workers suffered and died. The Great Wall was built through enormous human effort. Behind the beautiful structure we see today, there is also a story of human suffering and sacrifice. The Great Wall was built across some of the most difficult landscapes in China. It crossed mountains, it passed through valleys, moved across deserts. In some places, the wall climbed steep hills. The builders had to work with nature, and they had to find ways to transport heavy materials to high places. Imagining carrying stones up of a mountain without modern machines. It was an enormous challenge, but the builders continued with generation after generation. The wall grew. The landscape itself became part of the defense. The mountains made it difficult for enemies to move. The wall added another layer of protection. Together, the mountains and the wall created a powerful defensive system. The Great Wall was more than just a wall. It also had many watchtowers. These towers were extremely important. Soldiers could stand inside them and watch the surrounding land. If they saw an enemy approaching, they needed to send a warning. One of the most famous methods was the use of smoke and fire. During the day, soldiers could create smoke signals. At night, they could use fire. One tower could send a signal to another tower. The message could then travel from tower to tower. This allowed warnings to move across long distances. The system was simple, but it could be very effective. The watchtowers also gave soldiers a safe place to stay. They could store food and other supplies. They could observe the land from a high position. The Great Wall was therefore not just a physical barrier, it was also a communication system. What was life like for the soldiers who guarded the wall? It was not easy. Many soldiers lived far away from their families. They spent long periods in remote places. Some areas were extremely cold, others were hot and dry. Food and water would sometimes be difficult to find. The soldiers had to stay alert. They watched the surrounding land. They also protected important gates and roads, and they were always prepared for danger. Life on the wall was often lonely, but these soldiers played an important role in protecting the empire. The wall became their workplace. For some, it also became their home. Many of the parts of the Great Wall that tourists see today were built or rebuilt during the Ming Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty ruled China from the 14th century to the 17th century. During this period, the Great Wall became stronger. Builders used better materials. In many places, they used bricks and stone. They also built stronger towers and gates. Some parts of the wall became very impressive. The wall was not only a military structure, it also showed the power of the Chinese state. It was a symbol of strength. It showed that the rulers were willing to invest huge amounts of time, money, and human effort to protect their land. This is an interesting question. Did the Great Wall completely stop enemies from entering China? The answer is no. The wall was not an unbreakable barrier. Some armies found ways around it. Some entered through gates. Others attacked weak points. In some cases, people inside the wall helped enemies enter. The Great Wall could slow down an attack. It could provide an advantage to defenders, but it could not guarantee complete protection. The wall was only one part of a much larger military system. It worked together with soldiers, horses, watchtowers, and communication networks. The Great Wall was powerful, but it was not invincible. Today, the Great Wall is no longer mainly a military structure. It has become a symbol of human determination. Think about what it took to build it. People worked for centuries. They carried stones, they made bricks, they climbed mountains, they faced difficult weather. They continued the work from one generation to the next. The wall is a reminder of what humans can achieve when they work toward a common goal. But it also reminds us of the cost. Behind every stone, there were human hands. Behind every tower, there were people who worked and suffered. The Great Wall is therefore both a symbol of achievement and a reminder of human sacrifice. Today, Millions of people visit the Great Wall. They come from different countries. They walk along the ancient paths. They climb the old steps. They look at the mountains and they take photographs. Some parts of the wall are well preserved. Other parts have been damaged by time, weather, and human activity. Nature is slowly changing the ancient structure. That is why protecting the Great Wall is so important. It is not only a monument of China, it is part of world history. It tells us about ancient civilizations. It tells us about war and peace. It tells us about architecture and engineering. And most importantly, it tells us about people. The Great Wall of China is more than a wall. It is a story. An emperor's story, a soldier's story, it's a worker's story, a story of wars, and a story of human determination. For thousands of years, the wall has stood across the Chinese landscape. It has survived wars, it has survived changing governments, it has survived the passing of time. Today, when we look at the Great Wall, we are looking at a connection between the past and the present. Every stone has a story, every tower has a story. Every path reminds us of the people who came before us. The Great Wall of China teaches us something important. Human history is built not only by famous kings and emperors, it is also built by ordinary people. People whose names we may never know. People who worked, struggled, and left something behind for the future generations. The Great Wall still stands today, and perhaps that is its greatest story. A structure built to protect an empire has now become a bridge between the ancient world and our modern world. It allows us to look into the past. It allows us to understand history. And it reminds us that some stories never truly disappear. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more stories from history, culture, and the world around us.